Welcome arm wrestlers, I'm Pradeep from Arm Wrestling News, and today we will be talking about 5 things that we need to know about the rules proposed for the Devon vs Michael match on May 28th. And since there is no organization completely controlling this event, it is safe to assume that whatever rules Devon and Mike agreed upon, they may be logged for the Dubai match. Number 1. Dimensions of elbow and pin pads. Devon said that he wants 7 by 7 inch pads, and if they want to increase the size of the pads, then it should be done on both sides. For the new fans, the traditional pads are 7 by 7 inches in size and WL pads are 7 by 9 inches in size. WL pads are extended all the way to the back of the pad, and that makes it really difficult to beat Michael when he's got his elbow jammed against the pad. Devon asking for a 7 by 7 instead of a 7 by 9 on which he has been competing for 4 years. It still makes sense because Devon has beaten Michael on a 7 by 7 and Michael has a win on Devon on the 7 by 9. At first I was thinking that since Michael has mentioned a couple of times that they have a Mazurenko table and that's what they are going to arm wrestle on, so I thought why would they change anything in the table? Why would they change the pads especially for this match? But now when I think of it, I have one question for Devon and Michael. This poster says in association with WAL, and the last time I checked, the relations between PAL and WL were not really good. So I really doubt that this match is going to happen on a Mazurenko table, especially when there is WL written all over it. Which takes us to the second question. If it is happening on a WL table, why would they change anything? That's a little confusing situation right there. I hope Devon and Michael clear it ASAP. Number 2. Pin pads. Devon proposed the height of the pin pads to be 3 inches, and to be honest, I was quite shocked to hear that. Again, for the new fans, traditional pin pads are 4 inches high, and since WL wants the matches to be long and entertaining, they reduced the height of the pads by 1 inch. Why it shocked me? Because round 3 2018, if it was a traditional 4-inch pin pad, it would have been an early win for Devon. Devon was gassed out after trying to press through Michael Todd for literally 1 minute before Bart finally said that okay, it couldn't be buried anymore, so I will have to give it a pin to Devon. And then the next rounds would have been easy for Devon. Round 5, it would have been a pin for Devon if it was a 4-inch pin pad. It is almost unbelievable how 1 inch can contribute so much to the outcome of the match. Devon, if you are watching this video, go for the 4 inches pad. Size does matter. Number 3. Number of rounds. Devon wants the match to be full 6 rounds with a tiebreaker in case the score is 3-3. Both of them are endurance masters, not much to talk about that. Number 4. Running fouls. Both Michael and Devon are a fan of running foul, and it doesn't take any physical changes to implement this rule. So this match for sure is going to happen with running fouls. And for the third time for the new fans, running foul is a system where if you unintentionally, wink wink, lift your elbow off the pad, it would not restart the match. The person who has the running foul has to pin his opponent just to get the restart. Number 5. Fouls. Devon said there should be no warnings given. Any potential warning situation should be an automatic foul. Michael agreed to all the things that Devon said, including this one, but it got Michael thinking about the King's move. If that rule is implemented, which I really doubt, but if that happens as soon as the shoulder goes below the table, it will be a running foul, which indicates that Devon is not thinking about King's moving Michael, and to some extent trying to negate Michael's King's move. There has been a long debate whether the shoulder below the table in a losing position should be a warning or a direct foul, because it is considered as a dangerous position. But the King's movers take advantage of that rule to dip below the table and to get rotation and pronation from right up to their shoulder and then stand up when they have taken the wrist of their opponent. I don't think this rule will be implemented, and unfortunately, I believe we will see a double King's move at some point during this match. And one more thing that Devon and Michael forgot to mention in their videos. Actually, no one has ever mentioned this. That is a toss for the side of the table to avoid the buckle. I'm not sure if Devon or Michael ever think about this because they have never mentioned this in their videos. These two have faced 11 times on the right arm. Michael has had the buckle on his hand 6 times and lost 5 out of those 6 rounds. Same thing with Devon. He had the buckle 5 times on his hand and lost 4 out of those 5 rounds. They both have won only once with the buckle on their hand, and that one has been the decider in both matches. So irrespective of what they tell you about the strap, which side of the table you are on does matter in this match. I hope they don't ignore this and have a toss for the side of the table. I didn't mention Michael's response in this video because he basically agreed to everything that Devon said and asked for in this match. That's it for today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. My name is Pradeep and I thank you so much for watching.